Tesla, Nasdaq. Tesla announced record-breaking electronic vehicle EV deliveries in Q2 and has continued to outproduce competitors in the midst of a global microchip shortage. But it's been a bit of a rough ride for the pioneering EV's share price as competitors rev their engines. Another concern is a slump in the value of Bitcoin. Tesla shares have plunged more than 23% since it disclosed on February 8 that it had purchased 1.5 billion in Bitcoin, the decentralized digital currency, now held on its balance sheet. A recent crypto plunge took Bitcoin below 30,000 this week, from a high of around 60. Investors and analysts will likely be listening for the latest on competition, supply chain and labor issues, as well as its view on cryptocurrencies on its Q2 earnings call slated for July 20. Tesla's stock price fell from its high of 900.40 in early February, when the company announced it purchased 1.5 billion in Bitcoin. The fall in price correlated with Bitcoin's price action. How much that will impact Tesla's balance sheet is something to listen for during the earnings. Are competitors coming up fast? Some analysts expressed concern about Tesla's momentum in the quarters ahead, citing competitors with a busier launch pipeline. Tesla faces competition from companies like Ford, NICE, General Motors, NICE, GM, Volkswagen, Volkswagen, Volvo, Volvo, BMW, MWI, and Hyundai, HIMF, all of whom have announced that they are looking to enter the EV arena. During the first quarter, started deliveries of its Mustang Mach-E, its only current all-electric vehicle. GM has unveiled a new subversion of the Chevrolet Bolt, its only US EV for sale right now. And Volkswagen has overtaken Tesla in sales of EVs in many European markets. Big tech players Apple, and Amazon, Amazon, have also. EV demand appears strong in China, but maybe not for Teslas. At the end of June, Tesla initiated a recall of more than 285,000 cars in China over safety concerns about its Model 3 and Model Y cruise control systems, though trade media reports say it's a relatively simple software adjustment to make the fix. There have also been highly publicized consumer product quality complaints in China. The developments could spark concern about Tesla potentially losing market share to China-based EV rivals such as NIO, NICE, and XP. Based on China Passenger Car Association data cited by Barron's, Tesla manufactured about 92,000 vehicles in China and sold about 63,500 in the country in Q2. That means China accounted for roughly 45% of Tesla's total production and 30% of total sales in the 3 months ended in June, Barron's reported. That would be up from China representing about 21% of global sales for Tesla in 2020. Potential speed bumps. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has warned of continued challenges in securing microcontrollers and raw materials. These shortages affect auto manufacture. Microcontrollers are computer chips used in automatically controlled products and devices, such as automobile engine control systems and touch screens. They are also used in implantable medical devices, remote controls, office machines, appliances, power tools, toys and other embedded systems. Tesla's long-awaited new version of its full self-driving FSD beta software has apparently also been delayed. Musk said it would be shipped soon. "I swear," he said in a recent tweet. Supplies are hard to find. Tesla devotees plentiful. Tesla still has a healthy group of devotees both for its cars and its shares. Tesla bulls point to Q1 earnings of 93 cents per share, a significant increase from the 23 cents per share it reported for the year-ago quarter, as the coronavirus pandemic hurt sales and forced shutdowns. Still, a few weeks ago, Tesla reported that in Q2 2021 it delivered 201,250 vehicles, more than twice as many as in the same period a year earlier. The Q2 numbers broke the previous record set in the first quarter of this year, when Tesla delivered 184,800 and produced 180,338 cars, even as production of its Model S and X vehicles fell to zero during that quarter. The company began deliveries of its higher-end Model S electric sedans during Q2. That being said, those Q2 deliveries were roughly in line with Wall Street's expectations but below some of the higher analyst estimates. Shares initially got some support from the news but have since given back those gains. For the last few years, Tesla's growth has been mainly fueled by demand in China and Europe. It's unclear how Tesla's sales fared in the US because the Tesla's battery technology, capacity, and cost are considered world leaders that have accelerated a global shift to electric vehicles. How fast its competitors can catch up or perhaps overtake Tesla remains a question out in the open road. Tesla earnings and options activity. Tesla is expected to report adjusted earnings of 0.96 per share, up from 0.44 in the prior year quarter, according to third-party consensus analyst estimates. Revenue is projected at $11.21 billion, up 85.8% from a year ago. The options market has priced in about a 5% stock move in either direction around the coming earnings release. Implied volatility is at the fourth. Looking at the July 30 expiration, call options see some activity at the 670 and 700 strikes, but the heaviest concentration has been to the downside, in the 640 strikes.